Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with another drawing video. It's Sunday, so we're back drawing. And today's video we're going to be drawing Irish the Hedgehog. This video was requested by Edward, I'm going to butcher your last name, Poenariu? Poenariu. Thank you so much for your request. Sorry if I butchered your name, which I probably did. But, yeah, so we're drawing Irish the Hedgehog, and one reason why I wanted to draw this was because St. Patrick's Day was the last Wednesday, so I technically should have done this like last Sunday, but I forgot St. Patrick's Day was this week. So, anyway, we're drawing it now. So, anyway, guys, get your pencils ready, and let's draw Irish the Hedgehog. Alright guys, so to start off drawing Irish the Hedgehog here, we're going to draw a nice big circle. Keep it light, this is just a gesture. So something like this is going to be his head. And then right underneath we're going to get like another circle, kind of like that. And then we're going to get a leg going down here like this. Kind of like a circle for his ankle part. And then another big circle for his shoe over here. That'd be another one, kind of like an oval right here for that. And then we're going to get a line going out. And then in. And then another circle. Another circle here for his shoes. Like that. Then we're going to get a line going across for his arm. This is going to be his hand. And then there's going to be another arm going down here, and another hand right about there. But now that we've got everything kind of mapped out in a pretty good way, we can just kind of start jumping into detail here. So I like to start off with his head, like most characters. And pretty much he's Sonic, so if you've seen any of my other Sonic drawing videos about Sonic, pretty much the same steps. So you can draw the crosshairs if you want. They'd be something like that. Then we're going to start off with a C shape, like this, or like a backwards C. And then it's going to go up, kind of curve around and down like that. And then we're going to kind of get the same thing, kind of get like that M shape. So we're just going to go up, like this. And now this line that goes down is going to start not at the very edge here, a little bit before it. And just curve that down like that. And now we're going to get it in his nose, which his nose is going to be directly under this shape. Start about here. There's going to be this curved line that goes up, over and around. Like that. And then from here we can draw in his muzzle, so we'll start like in the middle of this shape. And just draw a curved line going over and dipping down and into this part of the eye like that. And now we're going to draw a curved line going down and around. Kind of keep it rounded. And then curve up a little bit right here. Now we could draw in his smile, which is this nice curved line right here. Kind of follows this curve. And then we're going to get a line curving out like this. A slightly shorter line right here is going to curve up. And then you get a nice little curved line right here to indicate his teeth. And then we can draw in his eyes, which his eyes are just these big ovals. So you get one. There's a second one that kind of gets cut off a little bit. And then you get a little half circle right here and here for a light reflection. And then a slightly smaller oval on the inside. Like that. So you pretty much have Sonic's face right here. You can draw in the eyebrows, which are just these curved lines that hug his eye line like this. And then from here we can get a nice kind of circle, darkening this line a little bit. That kind of goes around this gesture that we have for the circle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a slightly bigger circle kind of around his head. Like this. We'll zoom out a little bit. And keep it light, that's just kind of like a gesture that we need. And basically what we do, we're going to just draw off all of his other spikes in his ear. But we'll start off with his ear, because his ear is going to be about here. And then it's this big kind of triangle without a bottom. So you get like this big triangle shape, no bottom on here, and then you get a slightly smaller triangle shape that does have a bottom, like that, and you draw a nice little curve line in here, show like the line curving into the ear. And then once we got that down, we could draw in his front spikes. So he has two front spikes that angle up, and basically all you do is you draw kind of like you want to start off with like an oval, and you get this kind of like teardrop shape that goes up. So it goes down and then in like this. There's one of them. And then pretty much the same spot, and you see like the teardrop type shape. And then same thing over here. Like that. And you could also erase kind of the inside here. Make a little gap. And then on this side of his head, he gets his back spikes, which start off kind of like behind the ear here, and he just has two that just kind of go directly up. So there's one, nice big one, and then a second one, like that. Super simple, nothing too difficult. And now we can draw on his top hat. So it's basically starting about here, we're going to get a curve line going across like this. Be another little line about there as well. And then off this line we're going to get a curve line that goes up, over, and then just kind of curves down right there. And you get like that top hat type shape. Like that. And then just for details we can get the kind of like a ribbon or stripe he has on his top hat. And then right behind the ear you could draw on the buckle, which is simply, you basically just make a square right here. So you get like a square with the line, and then you make a square going around the outside of it, and then you have the buckle. Like that. Nice, simple, easy, nothing too difficult yet. And so we pretty much got his head done. This is pretty much what it looks like. Now we could draw in kind of like his body. So his body is more of like a bean instead of this circle that we have here. So if you want to, you can kind of draw in a slightly more accurate shape. So to kind of have a dip in like this. So you get like this nice like S curve that'll go into his like leg there. And then it kind of go out like this. So you get kind of like this bean type shape if you see it. Like that. Then off here we're going to get a long spike. Like that. This will kind of get darkened in a little bit, and you can kind of erase the overlap about there. And then this is going to go directly into his shoe. Go down like that, kind of curve around. Then it's going to go up, kind of curve into this leg. This leg will curve down, kind of in like this, go up, and into the body like that. And then the rest of his body is going to kind of just curve into this shape right here. Like that. I can make this line a little bit smoother. And actually a little bit shorter too. It's really long. So we'll curve it around about there. Kind of curve it down and in. And again, this is why you draw light. So when you do realize like, oh, this is a little bit too far. A little bit not far enough. You can erase it real easy. Don't leave a big mess. So it's pretty good. So now that we got his body shape down, we can kind of draw in his arm here. And going off the gesture, it's a little bit off, so we're going to move it a little bit over here. So this is where his arm's going to start. Then we're going to get the line going across. Then we're going to get like a little square here for his glove, and then kind of just move his hand down a bit. Like that. Then we got the gesture in. Let's darken it out. So we're going to start with just a curve line that goes around, kind of wraps around this circle, and then curves out like this. I'll erase any overlap here. Like that. And I'll zoom in a little bit. So I actually like starting off with like his cuff. So his glove cuff right here. And it's pretty much this shape. You get like a nice little curve to it. And it's going to curve down, have a little bit of a dip inwards, like a dip up here, and then curve in like this. That's pretty much the overall shape. And then he has a button right here, so you can draw a nice big circle. And then a little curve line just showing like the buttons like going into like the fabric of the cuff here. Like that. Alright, and then we can get kind of like this curve line, like this. And now we could draw on his hand, which his hand's actually is actually not that bad. We're going to get like a little bit of an oval here for his thumb. And this is going to kind of just go around, kind of curve in, out a little bit. And if you want to, you can draw in the knuckles, which would be 4 circles, and keep them on an arc. You don't want them like going straight down like that. You want them like arcing around like this. And then we'll have like the 4-leaf clover that he has. So we'll go here. There'd be like a center, and then you get like 4 lines going off like this. But now that we've got that down, we can actually start with the 4-leaf clover because it's kind of over his hand. So to draw this in, what I like doing is off these kind of lines, you get kind of like this kind of V almost, like this, and then it curves into the middle here. So you get like another V where like this line is, like that. And then it curves in and in. Again, get another V, kind of curve in. And you don't want to keep it as sharp as like that, so we'll refine the shape a little bit as we go in. But that's pretty much like the basic shape for it. And now what we could do is kind of darken it out and round it off and have them not like connect like this. So just kind of round it off, make sure it's not as sharp. So you're basically like drawing kind of hearts, now that I think about it. That's what they kind of look like. Kind of like these really elongated hearts. Like that, and then this one will be in front. So again, remember to round off that, that V. And then I'll actually erase so you can clearly see what it looks like, and we'll redraw it a little bit. And again, this is what's so great about doing really light guidelines, is you can erase them. So you just darken this in, bam, bam, and there you go. So that's your 4-leaf clover, and again, since we erased the guidelines, it looks like you did it right the first time. And since we got that down, we can draw on the hand here. So the hand's pretty much going to follow this kind of oval that we have. It's going to go up, kind of dip down. If we had a thumb, it'd be around here, kind of curve around and in like that. But since we don't have the thumb, and it's kind of covered up by the 4-leaf clover, that's all we got. And then we're going to start a little bit before this line ends here, like this. And just curve it around. And I actually like starting off with the pinky and then going up this way from here. So the pinky, we're going to see it a little bit, so it's going to bump out a little bit here, kind of curve up and around and in. And then basically you just get kind of like this curve like shape right here for each finger for the fist. So you get a nice little curve line right here, another one here, another one here. There, and then this line just kind of curves up and in where the pinky is, like that. I'll erase. Try to make sure it's clear. Kind of like that. And there's his hand. Very simple, and if you want to, you can kind of draw like a curve line going across just to kind of convey that this hand's bending a little bit more. That's optional. And then once we got that down, you can draw the stem, which is basically just 2 parallel lines. Go off here, and if you really want to, you make it extend all the way to the bottom here. You get a nice little oval, oval right there, and just kind of curves up like that. So that's done. We could go back to his body here, which we could finish off like his chest part, and instead of having like the circle like Sonic does, again, he has kind of like a 4-leaf clover design. So it's basically you start here, or if you want to, you can kind of draw in like kind of a little circle to maintain the shape. But basically you just get like a curved line that goes around like this. You get like this nice C shape right there. You get another one right here, and then one more, and then you see it kind of curve over. You basically get like these 4 kind of like bumps. So if you'd see the other side, it'd curve around here and then go up like that. But that's like his chest design. And then we could simply get in his tail, which is a nice little triangle right there. And now we could jump into his shoes and save his hand for last since it's behind everything. So yeah, and his shoes, honestly, they look a little bit complicated, but they're actually not too bad. So to start off, what we're going to do is draw a nice circle around this leg like that. And then we're going to draw a curve line going down, or a line going down here and here, and then curve it around. So you get like a nice little tuna can type shape. And then for the shoe shape, we can actually solidify it a little bit better. So it's going to curve down, kind of go around this oval that we have, cut and straighten out where the bottom is, and then it'll curve over and then up like this. So this is pretty much the shoe shape that we're going to work with. And then for the shoe, he's going to have a nice kind of U shape right here for his heel. And then off that, we're going to get a line going kind of down here, over, follow the heel that we have there, go down, over, around, and up. So basically just follows the bottom of a shoe, basically. You can get a curved line going in there like that. And then once we got that down, we could draw in the front part of his shoe. Again, he has like another like 4-leaf clover, but it kind of wraps around, so it's going to be like a shape like this. You can start with a curved line that kind of follows this line right there. Then it's going to curve down, curve out, over, kind of go in, down, and around like this. And it's going to pop out slightly and just curve up and over like that. And then right about here on this curve, we're going to get a line going across like this. It's going to wrap around in, and we're going to get another little curve line right there, just for a little bit of detail. And then we're going to get a line going down the middle of the shoe here, and it breaks off into like this triangle shape. Like that. And then here, we're going to get like this kind of oval, basically. But at the edge here, you're going to get a nice little kind of U. It's going to go in, like that. It's going to curve up. And then just the last kind of shoe detail is he has a line going up here like this. So it's going to curve kind of like into the middle here. And only that curves up and then over like that. And that's pretty much a shoe. Again, it looks kind of complicated, but honestly, it really isn't. So if you just kind of follow along like step by step, it's honestly not too bad. But if you're having trouble, we're going to do it again right now. And pretty much the same shape too. So what we're going to do here is, again, make the tuna can by drawing the oval, line going down and around, and then up. So you get a nice little like tuna can type shape here. Now we're going to refine the shoe shape a little bit. Go down, kind of straighten out here, go over, and then up. So you get like this shoe shape. We're going to get the U right here. Then we're going to get a line going down, over, kind of follow the U a little bit, over, and up like this. So again, you just follow the bottom of the shoe. Now we could draw the 4-leaf clover on it. And again, it's just a curved line curving around. Dips down, kind of out, and then in again, out, and then over the shoe like this. Kind of bumps out a little bit. And then we're going to start about here. You get a line going across the front of the shoe. A little curved line right there. A line going down the middle that breaks into like this triangle. And you get kind of like this oval here with a U in it. And then you're going to get the line going up and then over, and then one going in the middle here, like that. So there it is, and again, I will erase kind of the gesture on this foot, and then I'll redraw it in so you guys can actually see what the shape looks like. Because again, I think the shoe is the most complicated part about Irish the Hedgehog. Because like there's a lot of like weird detail on it that like most Sonic characters don't have. Like they like over design the shoe a little bit. And again, I can't stress enough, keep the gesture light. Because that's one of like the easiest things you could do to kind of clean up your artwork. And again, it's just not hard. It's just keep the gesture really light, so when you do erase, it looks like you did it on the first try. There you go. So real quick, I redrew it, and that's kind of the shape that you have here. It looks a little bit better colored in. A lot of the shapes kind of make more sense when they're different colors. But we don't color in on these videos, so you have to go look up a reference. So now that we got that done, we could draw in his hand here. I'm actually going to lower it a little bit. So his cuff's going to be about here. His hand will be about here. So again, I like starting off with the cuff, but before we draw the cuff, we're going to just draw two parallel lines going up here and kind of intercepted by this line here. You actually kind of want to avoid this. This is called a tangent, where a line kind of like connects into another line, like that. You want to avoid doing that when you do pictures, when you draw anything. So I'm going to move this a little bit this way, and then have this line come down here. So yeah, you want to avoid tangents. That's just where a line kind of lines up with another line, and it's not intentional. So if that happens, just kind of like adjust a little bit. So we're going to get two parallel lines there. And basically what we're going to do is start off a little bit before this line and just draw kind of like this oval that kind of like just curves around like that. And then from that oval, we're going to go out, kind of a little bit of a dip in here. Kind of go in, around, and up, like that. And then we're going to get a nice circle for the button on his cuff. And now, for his hand here, we can kind of refine the shape a little bit more. It's going to go out, going to be out about there, like this. We're going to get an oval for the thumb. And then the fingers are going to go out like this. So you get kind of like a mitten, almost. But again, I like starting off with the thumb, and we're going to follow this kind of oval that we have going off the side. Curve in, and over like that. And then a curve line curving in like this. And then again, we can get the circles for the fingers, and they're basically just going to go down like that. And I'll start off with the pointer finger. It's going to curve over, then in like this. The next finger is going to be slightly higher, and then go down and in. Another one, kind of down and in, and then just the pinky, which the pinky could actually be a lot smaller. Start about there. Then it's going to bump out and curve in like that. And I will kind of clean it up a little bit here. Like that. And we're just left with like the hard line, which we can just easily trace over. Like that. And then the last detail that you can put in, you can put a little curve line right here. Don't have it touch the edges, just kind of like these three lines. And it really does give like the indication of where the fingers end, kind of like the palm. And that is pretty much it on how to draw Irish the Hedgehog. Not too hard. Again, he's very similar to Sonic. So you basically just draw Sonic with like a few slight differences. But I will put this picture up on the side here. You stay up, please. Please, Irish the Hedgehog. Okay, you're not going to stay up. Okay, I bet this one, whoops. I bet this one will. See, look how professional I am. Everything falls apart. Okay, there we go. We got it standing up. Alright guys, so what you have on the left there is the finished ink version. What you have on the right is the sketch that we just did. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, Irish the Hedgehog really isn't that hard. Again, he's pretty much just drawing Sonic with a few slight alterations, but overall he's not that bad. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy St. Patrick's Day, even though it passed, or if you're watching this on a future day, hopefully on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, hopefully you can draw Irish the Hedgehog now. And again, thank you again, Edward, for the request. I do take requests. All you need to do is leave what you want me to draw in the comment section below. I'll take your name and what you requested, and then on Sunday when I make a drawing video, I just randomly pick one off the list. There's no rhyme or reason. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.